Hello, it's Peter Wright and Kathleen Beauvais with another episode of The Week That Was on the Yakking Show. And this episode will be published on Friday. We've got to look at the calendar, 6th of October. Can you believe it? 6th of
I
October
know,
already.
right?
So let's say, welcome, Kathleen, bring you in. What do you think of our warm weather, Kathleen?
Oh my goodness. We hit a record here in Canada, or in the area that we are living in, which is Ontario, southwestern Ontario. It was a record breaking yesterday, record breaking, and the day before as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
reached highs of 28 degrees Celsius and 27 yesterday. So, but
Yeah.
tomorrow, fall returns. So
Absolutely. Yeah, and I was just reading that there's a chance of some snow on Sunday. Certainly rain for the next couple of days, and we might get a bit of snow on Sunday. So it's back to normal type weather. So let's tell you what we had on the show this week. And on Tuesday, we published our episode number 276 with Dr. Benjamin Kempner from Israel, talking about his harp method. Sorry, not harp method of healing with sound. And he has developed a system where he uses gongs, bells, and chimes to stimulate the vagus nerve. Is that right? The vagus nerve. And it has huge benefits for your body. And he's worked with people who have problems, prisoners in particular, to get them to change their ways, perhaps, and has some great results of healing various conditions. So have a look at that episode.
the power of
And
sound
it's,
is actually remarkable. I remember when I was in Peru, we had drums and
mhm.
chimes with shamans that helped to get us into a meditative state. It's just remarkable, the power of sound. So this, I would urge everyone to kind of keep an open mind and listen to this interview with Dr. Klempner.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very good. And we actually we'll be doing a blog post as usual with reference to this, and we'll have a picture of the chimes that he uses and a link where you can get them in the blog post. So that was Tuesday, and then let's tell you about our episode coming up next Tuesday. It's another health one. It's the third appearance of Robin Smart from the Alzheimer's Society of the Waterloo District, which is where we live in Ontario. And she will be talking about how to detect the onset of Alzheimer's or dementia in elderly parents. So,
And
Kathleen, what have you got to add to that?
yeah, and also wonderful tips on how to communicate with people with
Mm,
dementia. So, and she goes on to explain that Alzheimer's is just one type of dementia, that where there are hundreds of different types of dementia, apparently. But she is just a wealth of knowledge with respect to dementia. Yeah,
mm. No,
really
she's really good,
good.
and it's also important for our younger members of our audience to learn about this because there is a type of dementia that affects relatively young people, like people in their 40s, so a lot younger than me. So, not much younger than you, Kathleen, but way younger than me. So it's interesting for all age groups to have a look at that.
Absolutely.
Then we need to get on to our health tip. So over to you, Kathleen. What's our health tip for the week?
Well, I am a huge advocate of the Wellness Company, and it's I think, Peter, you're going to put a link to the Wellness Company.
Hmm.
And if anybody is interested in any of their products, by using our code, again, we will put this in the description, you will get a 10% discount off of all of their products. And today specifically, I'd like to mention their Spike Support Formula. And especially today with concerns over different viruses and COVID, it's important to keep your immune boosted. And this Spike formula that they have developed contains all natural, non-GMO, scientifically supported ingredients. It contains an enzyme called nattokinase that is anti-clotting. It keeps the immune system in good health. It contains a lot of different other ingredients, including dandelion root, selenium, black nativa extract, green tea extract, and Irish sea moss. So if anybody is interested in keeping their immune system boosted, I urge you to take a look at this Spike Support Formula from the Wellness Company.
And all those details will be in the description. And just a quick one on health, that I picked up an article, and I'll put a link in the blog post, which tells how the vagus nerve also affects your digestion, and if it's not in good order, can lead to complications. And an interesting process of how the body clears debris out of the small intestine. But it's a very interesting article. I'll put a link in there. And then we have some interesting goings on in the world, of course. We got a first time ever in the USA where the Speaker of the House has been, I think, deposed is the correct word, and that's first ever happened. Then we have our government up here in Canada trying to control what we as podcasters are doing, or I don't know if they're trying to shut us down or make money out of us or whatever. But what's your thinking on that one, Kathleen?
Well, I mean, it is very hot topic in the news right now, because they're saying that the Canadian government specifically wants all podcasts, or actually podcasts that are have revenues in excess of $10 million to register with the CRTC. That's the Canadian Radio Television Communication Commission, whatever. There's a lot of pushback on that, because it's an infringement. For a lot of people, they're saying it's an infringement on our free speech. And why does the government need to monitor everything that is going on the internet? So it's, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but they've put in legislation to make this happen, where podcasts will have to be registered with the government. So.
But if it's 10 million, we're okay for a little while.
A little bit.
Not going to catch us just yet. Yeah. And then, of course, we had the Speaker of our Parliament resigned, fell on his sword over a debacle that they had a couple of weeks ago. And he's been replaced. And there's speculation as to, did he fall on his sword or was he pushed onto his sword? But we'll leave that one for another. That we have started a new channel called Harmony, Your Path to Wholeness, on YouTube, and there will be one on Podbean, to keep our video and audio health episodes separate from our business episodes. We're doing this to make it easier for you, our audience, to watch and listen to the shows that interest you the most. We'll have more details in the blog on that. And last one from me is, we always have interesting guests. If you don't want to miss our guests, sign up for our weekly newsletter, where we will tell you who's on this week, who's coming on next week, a health tip, and we only send you one email a week, so you don't have to worry about your inbox getting flooded. Go to the website, theyakkingshow.com. There's forms on most pages and buttons where you can sign up. That's it from me. Back to you, Kathleen.
Well, and if anyone is interested in being a guest on our show, we invite you to, again, visit us at theyakkingshow.com. All you need to do is click on the contacts tab, where you will find a short application form. So until next week, take care. Bye-bye.